What up? What up? What up? Let's jump right into this. I'll be back on.
The Trump administration says it plans to end temporary protected status, or TPS, for Ethiopian nationals living in the United States, removing a legal protection that has allowed thousands of people to live and work in the country lawfully. As you all know, TPS is a humanitarian program used when conditions in a country make it unsafe for people to return. Ethiopia was designated for TPS in 2022 after years of conflict and instability. The program allows eligible individuals to remain in the U.S. temporarily and get work authorization, but it does not provide permanent legal status. According to the Department of Homeland Security, the TPS designation for Ethiopia will end on a future effective date following a review of the country's conditions. Once that happens, protections will expire unless individuals qualify for another form of legal status. Advocacy groups and humanitarian organizations have raised concerns pointing to continued instability in parts of Ethiopia. While a peace deal for protected status, or TPS, for Ethiopian nationals living in the United States, removing a legal protection that has allowed thousands of people to live and work in the country lawfully. As you all know, TPS is a humanitarian program used when conditions in a country make it unsafe for people to return. Ethiopia was designated for TPS in 2022 after years of conflict and instability. The program allows eligible individuals to remain in the U.S. temporarily and get work authorization, but it does not provide permanent legal status. According to the Department of Homeland Security, the TPS designation for Ethiopia will end on a future effective date following a review of the country's conditions. Once that happens, protections will expire unless individuals qualify for another form of legal status. Advocacy groups and humanitarian organizations have raised concerns pointing to continued instability in parts of Ethiopia. While a peace deal formally ended the war in the Tigray region in late 2022, unrest has continued in other areas, including Amhara and Oromia, according to international reporting. Ending TPS does not mean people are immediately deported, but once protections expire, those without another legal pathway could become subject to removal under U.S. immigration law. So you're not immediately deported, but you could be. TPS holders are lawfully present while the designation is in place. They are required to register, pay fees, and undergo background checks. Many have lived in the U.S. for several years and built their lives around the protection the program provides. This move fits, though, into a broader shift in U.S. immigration policy under Donald Trump. His administration has taken steps to scale back temporary humanitarian protections while expanding immigration enforcement. I mean, you guys are seeing all the ICE raids, you are seeing people getting deported without due process and all of that. So it's really important to pay attention to all of the details when it comes to immigration policy coming out of this administration. Supporters say that the goal is to strengthen enforcement of immigration law, but everybody else and critics are saying it leaves vulnerable communities in limbo. The announcement comes as Ethiopia continues to face serious challenges, including internal displacement and economic strain, according to international aid agencies. The key thing to understand is that TPS is temporary by design, but it's supposed to reflect real conditions on the ground. With that protection now set to end, Ethiopian nationals who relied on it are facing difficult decisions and a ticking clock. And for many families, this isn't about politics, it's about what happens next when a legal status they depend on is about to run out. If you found this helpful, make sure you follow.
Don't call me you black, right?
I'm not black. I'm Habesha.
What's the difference? You're black.
Listen, don't argue. You don't need the explanation. I'm Habesha.
That's your what?
You are Negro.
That's great. You could be Habesha in Ethiopia now. They just ended the TPS for Ethiopians. They're giving them 2 months to self-support from December.
What's up, Katie? What's up, Katie?
You can also use the CBP1 app.
You
They'll give you a ticket to leave on your.
Katie, you just hit that sub button that says subscribe. It's a red subscribe button. Thank you so much. Smack that like button there, people. Smack that like button. We're gonna get into this. Let's go.
Oh, and a couple of $100. You could buy all the raw meat in Ethiopia you want with that $1,000 that they're going to give you.
We're gonna play a few clips first, and then I'm going to elaborate on these clips, and we're gonna get right into it. Let's go.
Yeah, you're not black, you're not American, but you could be Habesha in Ethiopia.
The Trump administration says it plans to end temporary protected status.
My fellow Ethiopians, this is an important update on the temporary protected status, known as TPS. On December 12, 2025, the United States Department of Homeland Security announced the termination of TPS for all Ethiopians, effective February 13, 2026. This impacts an estimated 5,000 to 30,000 Ethiopians currently living and working in the United States. After February 13th, TPS protection ends. That means no automatic protection from deportation and no guaranteed work authorization unless a legal status is secured. Some employment authorization documents may receive a temporary auto extension up to 180 days or 360 days, depending on DHS notice in the Federal Register. But do not assume. Check your status immediately on uscic.gov or through your USCIC online account. If needed, request your record through FOIA.
Breaking news from Washington. Big changes ahead for Ethiopian nationals in the United States. The Department of Homeland Security has announced it will end Ethiopia's temporary protected status. The current designation expires December 12, 2025, and termination officially takes effect February 13, 2026. After that date, Ethiopians who relied on TPS protection will no longer have that status. This decision follows a government review of country conditions. Stay tuned for updates as the headline.
USN temporary protected status for Ethiopia. What does this mean?
Check this out.
10 to 87 years old with 42 hospitalized, while a man named Ahmed Al-Ahmed, who happens to be Muslim at 43 years old, steps in, we've all seen the video, takes away the weapon, gets shot twice, is celebrated as a hero, which he ought to be. You know what the irony is? The irony is even one good, peaceful Muslim man couldn't save
the life of 15 innocent human beings celebrating Hanukkah, which is what their religion is about, from two Muslim jihadist extremists from killing them. So I don't care if 90% is peaceful. The 10% true believers jihadists that hate what America stands for, that hate the Western ideology, that hate us protecting women, us allowing women to vote, that hate the freedom of speech model that we have, that hate the Second Amendment model that we have, that hate the capitalistic society that we have. And we have to sit on the sidelines and be worried about being called Islamophobic. Really? I lived in Iran for 11 years and I saw what this was all about. If Americans cannot see what's going on in Australia, tragic events, breaks my heart. There's a lot of Assyrians and Armenians who live in Australia, and I'm Assyrian and Armenian. There's a lot of people. A pastor, Bishop Marmari, got stabbed in the eye. A Syrian bishop who was very much needed, his voice during COVID, got stabbed in the eye by a Muslim boy at 19 years old. Here's a bishop that went to Gaza to pray for Gazan families. He went there with his church. A 19-year-old comes and stabs him in the eye. And he still forgave him because our religion of Christianity believes in that. We're supposed to sit in America think it's okay with what's going on in Dearborn and Somalia, and Governor Tim Walz has the audacity to get up and say we're going to let even more Somalians in after $1.5 billion was stolen from taxpayers over there. Really? We're supposed to sit on the sidelines and be vocal about this and not think it's a big deal? We're supposed to do that.
Don't forget, when Jihad was so-called using chemical weapons on people in Syria,
when something happens to the best of us, everybody in this nation should pray. Everybody in this nation should be looking for answers. Why? Not pointing the finger saying, oh, the Democrats and Republicans. This is an American soldier. This woman is an American soldier, and the other person who was shot, also American soldier. And the person who should be blamed for it, the person who should take the brunt of the blame is the Afghan dude who's laying on a gurney. Someone that, as Stephanie said, we generously offered to come to our nation, who is an alleged ally. Now, I'm not going to draw any political conclusions from this. Maybe he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We don't know, but what I do know is that hopefully he survived his gunshot wound because he was shot, and I hope they throw his ass under 11 months. I hope they put him so deep and dank in some prison cell somewhere that even his great-grandchildren won't repeat his name.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got, I have 8 fingers and 2 thumbs, and I'm pointing all of them at the Democrats. And let me tell you why. These guardsmen, they try to portray as occupied. I mean, they have been slanting these National Guardsmen since President Trump put them out there. Well, why did he put these guardsmen out there? They are patriots cleaning up the mess of Biden and Kamala. The mess they left behind. The open borders, the fentanyl flood, and the gang violence spilling into our streets. Yet this guy, Al Sharpton, and the rest of these nutty leftists put this rhetoric and have turned all of these law enforcement agents into targets. How many more heroes have to bleed before the media admits their role in this insanity? Speaking of them, what about this seditious six? Those Democrat senators and reps like Alyssa Slotkin, who just literally days ago spewed lies on national TV claiming our guardsmen would start randomly shooting innocent Americans. Take a look here. This is clip 8.
Look at these videos coming out of places like Chicago. It makes me incredibly nervous that we're about to see people in law enforcement, people in uniformed military get nervous, get stressed, shoot at American civilians. It is a very, very stressful situation for these law enforcement and for the communities on the ground. So it was basically a warning to say, like, if you're asked to do something, particularly against American citizens,
Ilhan Omar cares, the Council for Ilhan Omar feels about the United States of America and the men and women who founded it. Just take a listen to this.
I would say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. We should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization of white men.
That is absolutely ridiculous to me that you have a foreigner holding the position that she does in Minnesota and talking like this about the people who make up not just the state of Minnesota, but the United States of America in general. She is not taking any accountability for what is happening right now in Minnesota because of the Somalians that are there who are defrauding these kids out of our healthcare system and stealing your taxpayer dollars in the process. This woman is an atrocity, I think that's the right word, to what our government is supposed to be. She is only here to get as much money as she can to send it back to Somalia. She has said herself that the only reason that she is here is to do things to make it better for her country. And her country is Somalia, not the United States of America. She does not consider this country to be her country. This is point along the way, country, great.
Now we just heard from white Americans. We just heard from black Americans, right? And we can hear and connect the shared concern in both communities, which make up the American community. Okay, and we understand that we have an influx, a ballooned population of Muslims who have came through our borders without asking. Okay, we have Muslims going totally out of their mind in Australia. Okay, we have Muslims gone wild, right, in Maine. Okay, you have a almost, what is he, an African warlord almost, and he's somehow in our political ranks, rank and file. He's receiving money from a nonprofit which which receives funding from the federal government, and this guy sends the money from Maine to Africa, where he is an actual president, and he's also running for a seat, political seat in another country in Africa. So he's already president in one part of Africa, and he's running for a political seat in a whole nother country in Africa and receiving political dollars from us in the United States. But get this, he's building his army, his presidential army, where he is actually president at. He's building his military with our dollars. This is your beautiful Muslim theme. This is your beautiful Muslim teaching. This is what Muslims are teaching. I tell you, boy, Islam is bringing me so closer to God and Christianity, and just, it's like making me understand, like, wow, it's like, wow, they were preaching like love and embracing people, and it's just wild how, you have a whole nother so-called religion, just wanting to do the most to people all over the world. It's just wild to me. Now you have, let's take a look at this. You have this. Okay, so you have this far left extremist who allegedly planned LA New Year's Eve terror attack, also wanted to take out ICE agents. Okay, these are Muslims. These are Muslims. Now, if you don't know too much about Muslims, on this channel, you're going to learn a little something about how these Muslims are getting down. Okay, so okay, hold on. A group of far-left extremists allegedly planned to kill ICE agents after carrying out their New Year's Eve plot attack against American businesses. Four, biz, four bizarrely nicked members of group known as the Order of Black Lotus, a splinter group of the anti-capitalist Turtle Island Liberation Front, plan to bite B at two U.S. companies in Los Angeles, according to the federal prosecutors. Afterward, the group planned to attack federal Afterward, the group planned to attack federal immigration agents in their vehicles with pipe bombs, beginning in January or February 2026, in hopes the blast would take some of them out and scare the rest of them, according to the criminal complaint. So you have the FBI who foiled the plans of some suspected, T people who are Muslim, who are planning or was planning to create a large attack on New Year's Eve. Okay? So we're gonna have to watch out there, Americans, where we go. See, this is the inconvenience of what I'm talking about. We didn't have to worry about going out Christmas shopping, and we didn't have to worry about going to the mall and taking our children to the mall. These type of things we have to keep in the back of our mind, almost in the front of our mind, and be very cautious in where we're going now, who's around us. These Muslims are very, very, very not to be trusted. They're just very, very sneaky. Okay, very, very sneaky, very malicious, right? Because the thing is, you don't see any uprising. You don't see any uprising in the peaceful Muslims that obviously overwhelmingly uh, over actually over, I want to say the peaceful Muslims outright outnumber the jihadist Muslims, allegedly. However, if that is the case, I'm trying to figure out Why is it that the jihadist Muslims are not being pressed by the so-called peaceful Muslims? Why are they are outnumbered, right? Why are these people always attempting to jump in the front of just your average civilian having concerns about a so-called religion and their particular actions? And here come the peaceful people. Oh no, brother, we have to be peaceful, brother. But they just bombed. No, no, brother, we got to be peaceful, brother. We got to love one another, brother. I'll be like, oh, but brother, that's what we have to do, brother. I'll be like, oh, okay, all right, like man, like dude. So now now it's like these people all act like they're peaceful. They walk around like they're peaceful. You don't know who they are, and then all of a sudden, some mayhem pops off, right? Right? Look, come on, man. You have Beach Bondi, the Bondi Beach shooting. Okay, so you have the Bondi Beach shooting. Bondi shooting appears to be motivated by Islamic State ideology, says Australian Prime Minister. See, this is what we're going through. This is what we have to go through. I see. All right, this is what's around us. Bondi Beach. Bondi Beach is almost all right. Bondi Beach is almost unrecognizable. The sun is out. Oh, all right. Bondi Beach. The sun is out, but the surf is empty. The unusually heavy main street is hushed. Helicopters track overhead. Forensic investigators. Blah 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 blah. All right. All right. This is on the BBC. I've got. I've grown up in fear my whole life. 22-year-old just tells BBC. As a Jew, this felt inevitable, she adds. So there was a clear attack on Bondi Beach where, they were attempting to celebrate Hanukkah, and, people just, people just went over there and just did the most. People just went over there and just did the most, right? And we seriously have to watch who's around us, be cautioned about where we're going, where our children are at. We're going to have to get out there and make sure that we're voting. We're going to have to make sure we stay up on what's going on. You have the Ethiopians now being stripped of their TPS status. That's coming on February 13th. You have the Haitians being stripped of their TPS status. That's coming February 2nd. Okay. Cody, what's happening, Cody? Texas vintage dope. What's happening? Calvin, what's happening? Pause. What I said, man? Man, you got word. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we have a lot going on. We have a lot going on all over the world. You cannot sit here and tell me that I'm misstepping on this whole Muslim ideology that's attempting to infiltrate our great American political system. You see what's happening all around. You see what's happening in Dearborn. You see what's happening in Maine. You see what's happening with Ilhan, all of those Somalis, anti-black, anti-white. You see what's going on. I know I'm not tripping out. We cannot, and we will not stand for Muslims coming into our territory and invading the way they are. This is not good. You don't see any black stores, in their own neighborhoods. You don't even see white stores in their own neighborhoods any longer. You have, Arabs, right, in those corner stores in your neighborhoods. Arabs in your liquor stores. When you go to your liquor stores that's in your malls. All right, this is what you're seeing. You're seeing, you're seeing these Africans in these hotels. You're not going to tell me blacks and whites don't want any of those jobs. You're not going to sit here and tell me that. You're not going to sit here. Blacks know not to even go and attempt to apply for I want to say apply for to be a what do you call those? Not a waitress, but to apply to work at a hotel, right? Blacks know not to do that. I'm pretty sure whites know not to do that neither, right? Because more than likely they're not going to get hired. A lot of times, even if you want to purchase the building to run your particular business or lease that particular building, you're still more than likely not going to get the building, right? These Arabs are getting the building. I don't understand how this is happening, but I do understand how this is happening because I'm tapped in politically. I don't understand how it's happening, how the people are letting it happen all across, but I do understand because a lot of people, Americans, are not really paying attention politically, but we are now. We're so on it now. We're so on it now. It's just unbelievable how people who are defending these Democrats, just I don't know, just to find a way to look past what Governor Tim Walz is just into just now. You let $8 billion go to a tea organization outside of America, and you have blacks like, no, I don't. Blacks, y'all, it's like y'all looking the other way on that. You have whites looking the other way on that, coming up with all type of excuses, and not, talking about how Trump is being, racist, and how Trump is, using these harsh words and, just completely deflecting right in front of you. You're sharp enough to understand what's going on. I don't understand how you let these type of football plays slip right by you like that. I don't understand. I don't understand. We're being tested, America. We're being tested. We can't allow these people to invade us. These people do not like any of us. Any of us. They don't. They tell you they don't. And now that we finally have a president that's in office and he's actually getting done what we want to get done is totally incredible. It's incredible to see and witness. Right, Cal? Calvin said amen. I think the Democratic Party is trying to get votes. So they pander to groups of people. Not totally get it. But it's not that they're trying to get votes. This plan has been put in place a long time ago. I have been talking about this plan years ago, before it became a thing. The plan is to remove the black vote. The plan is to constantly push the black man down. That's the plan. That's the plan. That why would you why help the black man? The black man is only going to help America. No, let's bring in so-called legals, anchor them, bring in illegals in the back from the back door, fund them. They're being funded. They're not just coming in here. People are being funded all over the world. They're not just being funded here. As you can see, 8 billion just went out the door, and they say upwards 8 billion. It's past 8 billion. You see, 8 billion just went out the door. We just caught the fraud going on in Maine. An African warlord. This man is an African warlord in Maine. President to another nation, running for another political seat in Africa, using our federal funds, our tax dollars to fund and build his army. It's like the treasonous people, they don't care, right? Because they're just going for power. It's all about power. It's about nothing else. All right. And once people can understand that, they'll be more apt to put their emotions to the side. It's about power. Okay? And these people understand that they were losing the black vote. They were losing the black. That's why you see Donald Trump telling you, the black man, he like, I got the most votes, the black man, da-da-da-da. He ain't lying. They're trying, 70% of the black man voted for the Democrats. What was the total number? What was the total real number? You're not telling me dudes like myself, dudes that's understanding what's going on politically. No, they're not. My multi-million-dollar bishop, right, that I have worked with, done, I've went and he does food and clothing drives also, and he's a Democrat, but he used to be like, he's still like, man, when Trump was in office, he's like, man, I don't know, man. Hey man, Trump got us making, hey man, he used to be telling me this, hey man, I don't know. Trump got us making a lot of money, man. I don't know. He used to be telling me that when Trump was president in his first term. I used to be laughing because I used to be on the internet, everybody used to be, getting at me. It just used to be a crazy thing to side with anything that Trump was talking about. Anything. You couldn't get on the internet, just anything. You were just totally just out of this world bizarre if you were siding with any point that President Trump had. And that's not logical, right? That's totally emotional, and you can't do that. You can't do that. As a matter of fact, one of the rules to power right? Or one of the laws of power, one of the 48 laws of power is to never give all of your loyalty to one particular person, right? Or base, right? Because then when you do that, they'll just do exactly what the Democrats have been doing to the black people. They'll run over you like a doormat, right? Your people get bought off. You become totally compromised, and this is what's going on. This is what's going on. You know what I'm saying, yeah. Hold on, 1 second. 1 second.
Is an invader. That is someone that is coming over to your space. A foreigner comes to your country and demands that you accept their culture as your culture or demands that you change your beliefs. That is not a foreigner. That is not an immigrant. What that is an invader. That is someone that is coming over to your space to take over and invade it. So when you sit there and you look at what's happening in New York, you look at what's happening in Texas, you look at what's happening in the places where these people came from, you look at Somalia, you look at all of these individuals who are being put into a position of power who support this type of invasion. You need to understand what's coming next. They will take away our weapons. They will tell us that we cannot eat certain foods. They will tell us that we cannot go to certain places. They will tell that our women that they have to wear certain clothes. They will tell them that they have to dress modest. They will force them to do a lot of different things. You will have to deal with people praying in the middle of the street while you're driving and stopping you and invading your movement, your space. You need to understand what's taking place in America so that you can understand that these people are not coming here with good intentions. This is not me saying that I hate people. This is me basically saying, look, if you like the fact that America is a free place where you get the freedom to believe in what religion you want to believe in, if you get the freedom to decide what you want to do as long as nobody is getting hurt. If you love that part of America, the freedom of choice part of America, you need to understand when people come over and they say that you don't have a choice, they probably should go because you don't get to tell us what to do in our own country. It's not being rude. It's just saying, hey, look, this country was built in a way where everybody can come here and feel happy and feel blessed and enjoy the fact that this is a free nation, not a nation that will be enslaved by any foreigner invading it.
Exactly. Exactly. Yo, Calvin, I like that. Calvin said, you see, he said, I think Trump made black people wonder. I think Obama under delivering made black people wonder. Right. I think Biden saying, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black, made people wonder. That's a fact. That's really was, what I'm saying, we see it was happening. And the beautiful thing is we see, the thing is we have the internet now, so all of us are kind of seeing it collective. We like, what? We're like, what? What he just said? A lot of the blacks, they don't even be paying attention to politics. They might be scrolling, scrolling. Some of the, let's say some of the, some of the gangsters or or people that don't normally pay attention to politics, they're like this, scrolling. They see a headline, the headline, they'll have it in bold letters. Obama said what? Hold up. Hold up. It's like this. Gangsters like this. Hold up. He said what? Hold on. Let me put this down. What? He said what? Oh no, hell. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Like it be like that. Check this out. This is in Dearborn.
You are a racist. You are an Islamophobe. And although you live here, I want you to know as mayor, you are not welcome. And you are a racist. You are an Islamophobe. And although you live here, I want you to know as mayor, you are not welcome here. And the day you move out of the city will be the day that I launch a parade celebrating the fact that you moved out of the city.
These comments from the Muslim mayor of Dearborn, Michigan to a resident at a city council meeting made news. The resident had committed the offense of expressing concern over a street being named after Osama Siblani.
My concern is he's a promoter of Hezbollah and Hamas.
The best suggestion I have for you is to not drive on Warren Avenue or to close your eyes while you're doing it.
Okay. And that's what you got.
Someone of religion is very bad. That's why I don't like what Islam has done.
That's a conversation for another time. We can agree to disagree, but
we can agree to disagree that killing over religion is wrong.
That is wrong, period. But you're saying that Islam is just this. Do you view it as a violent religion?
I don't view it. It literally says it in the Quran. It's not me saying this. I'm just reading the words that whoever wrote the Quran said.
Okay.
I mean, do you disagree with it? Do you think like women have lived better under Sharia law than like
this is a different conversation
than America? Well, I mean, what's the point? You're saying Islam is not violent? Like I don't get what the point you're making is, or that they don't colonize.
No, I think that extremists. First off, colonization has happened in everywhere. I'm not excusing that. That's history. I'm not excusing that.
Yeah, because I want to hear what she has to say. I want to hear what they have to say, right? You know what I'm saying? What do you have to say? These are rational questions. Like, don't be like, oh my God, why are you asking me that, huh? This is in your John. This is in your Quran.
Okay.
I mean, do you disagree with it? Do you think like women have lived better under Sharia law than like
this is a different conversation
than America? Well, I mean, what's the point? You're saying Islam is not violent? Like I don't get what the point you're making is, or that they don't colonize.
No, I think that extremists. First off, colonization has happened in everywhere. I'm not excusing that. That's history. I'm not excusing that at all. I mean, but colonization has happened. The Christian Crusades, of course, Islam has, what's it called? It's been used as a tool for colonization, but at its core, it's not violent. I think
it literally says it in the Quran.
Extremists have used Islam as a shield and manipulated it to be like, oh, I can kill anyone who's not Muslim, but that's not. And
do you know that in
Islamic teachings, if you kill one person, it's so wrong that it's like you've killed all of humanity. It's not right.
One other Muslim. It says that if you kill a non-believer, the amount that you have to pay them is half that you would pay if you killed a Muslim. So yes, it's a two-tiered system. It absolutely is. The Hadith, the Quran.
Any Muslim who kills someone, period. It doesn't matter if they're a Muslim or non-Muslim. It's wrong, period.
I agree
Islam doesn't teach us to kill at all.
Well, then you should really read the Quran and the Hadiths and stuff.
You think it teaches?
I mean, he's making sense. I mean, what are we talking about here? I mean, it's like I woke up like, what? Y'all talking about what? Like, hold up, because I didn't really get into your book like that. I started getting into it like, hold up, what? Hold on, that don't sound right.
Teaches us to kill?
It literally says that. I don't know exactly what to do. We can even pull it up, but the reality of this, that under proper Islamic jurisdiction, what do they believe to do with apostates like Fabian and I right here? We are second-class citizens, but we have to pay jizya. we are dhimmis and we have to pay jizya for our protection. From who? From them. So yes,
them Muslims.
Them is a government, right? So they're saying, hey, pay us a tax and we'll protect you. From who? From ourselves. That's literally a mob. Women don't have any rights. You have to get a written note from your husband if you want to leave the house.
Oh,
You can't show your face. I mean, really, do you really think that's the best way to have equal rights by having no rights?
I mean, well, you can use the example of Iran, Sharia law, but if you talk, again, I'm from Morocco, so if you talk to someone, I mean, North Africa and the Middle East is different, but we're allowed to get education. I mean, historically, no.
You're allowed to get education. Imagine what you just said. You're allowed to get education.
Yes, we're allowed. No, I'm saying because people think that we're not, Muslim women aren't allowed to get education.
Well, just until a few years ago, women couldn't drive in Saudi Arabia, so there's that.
Okay.
Or get education.
And I think that's wrong.
Yeah, so do you actively fight that? You actually say, hey, that's wrong?
But I'm saying that the government has used Islam as as an explanation.
What government?
I'm saying like Saudi Arabia has used like Islam as like, oh, we're allowed to do this to women and that, but it's not at the core. It's not.
What do they mean at the core? It's not. What does that mean? At the core, it's not. Can somebody help me out with that? What is she talking about?
Right? Who has more power, men or women in Islam? Is it equal? Is it like our constitution, our document to say all men are created equal? Does that have anything to do with Islam? That's the problem. Your foundational documents and your foundational text say you can wage war, say you can kill. If they're non-believers, say that you have to make them pay a tax.
Okay.
If you kill one and they're a non-believer, you pay half of what you have to pay.
I'm telling you from my point of view as I see. For me, Islam has been taught to me.
They don't know what to say when you hit them with their words. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you come with their words, they're like, oh, this guy has been reading the book. Oh my goodness. How am I going to debate this right now? Oh my goodness.
As well, again, you're gonna twist my words, but Islam, we're not supposed to kill. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim or you're not Muslim. We're not supposed to harm people. You treat people the way that you want to be treated. I don't view someone.
So why are they not going after these jihadists that's running around attempting to unalive people, and they are unaliving people? Why? I don't understand this. You see this? They jump up, they want to defend, deflect. Oh no, we're peaceful. We're peaceful people. They're like, oh no, we're peaceful people. We don't want to hurt nobody. No, I know it says that in the book, but at the core, we're peaceful. We don't want to hurt anybody. We're a Muslim. We don't want to hurt nobody. I mean, that's what it seems like to me. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be worrying about it like that too much if he wasn't coming in here trying to take over and invade our space. You know what I'm saying? And you have malicious intent, and the thing is, you have remarkably convinced and brainwashed your people to hear the facts, tell you that it's wrong to do. Yes, that's wrong. That's wrong, brother. That's wrong. Yes, that's wrong. We're not supposed to unalive anybody. No, we're not supposed to do that. But then, when they get into the Midas, they're talking about death to America, and we're like, what? We're like, what are y'all talking about, bro? Celebrating 9/11, celebrating 9/11. They literally have parties during 9/11. It's unreal to me. Unreal to me.
Someone as lower than me because they're Christian or they're Jewish.
Because you're a good person. And again, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Muslims. It's a lot of really nice Muslim people. I'm saying Islam in itself is a religion that is based off war, that is based off subjugating people, that is based off conquering people.
I personally don't believe that.
I mean, it literally says it in there. It says go out and jihad. What does jihad mean?
Fighting for your. I actually don't.
So Hadith 6922. The Prophet said, "Whoever changes his religion, kill him." Hadith 3017. The Prophet said, "If somebody, a Muslim, discards his religion, kill him." Hadith 4152. It is not permissible to shed the blood of a Muslim, except in 3 cases, and a person who reverts from Islam and apostate and leaves the Muslims. So, and I'll ask you this just to follow that up. Do you believe that the Quran is the word of Allah instead of Muhammad?
There you go. You know what I'm saying? There you go. I don't know how you're going to debate that. I don't know how you're going to debate that. You can't even leave, that particular religion. That is just unbelievable. And we're supposed to sit around and not say nothing about that. We're supposed to sit around and just allow people to invade our space, take over our political system, drain our social system. I mean, send funds out of the country to T organizations to build their armies. Are we supposed to be sitting around doing that? No. We're supposed to sit around and not say nothing. And I must tell you, all of these people are anti-black and white. It's not like, they be trying to play on us, right? They get around the white people, try to act like they, white, right? All for the white people, and they all white, and they are pure anti-black. So they'll talk that pure white, that pure black anti-rhetoric to the white people, right? But then come to us and be like, "Oh, brother, how you gonna help the white man, brother? How you gonna help them, brother? Brother, how you gonna help them, brother? Don't sell out, brother." Be like, whoa. But you was just over there, like, be like, wow. Okay, no, but we see the play. It's hard. The thing is, once the Americans sniff it out, it's hard to pull the wool over the Americans' eyes. The American citizens, it's hard, bruh. We're the most sharpest citizens on the planet, bro. We don't put the citizens. Yo, it's hard to pull wool over our eyes, bro. Not over here in America. Not over here in America. We're not going to be standing for this. Sorry, you are trapped. I'm telling you. Trump is giving you time right now. He's telling you, just like he just gave the Ethiopians 60 days. He's giving you time. I'm telling you, it's really about to be on. It's really about to be on. I'm telling you, the civilian army is about to raise up. The civilian army is raising up behind the scenes. Little do you know. I'm telling you. We're going to have to. Because ICE is going to need our help. ICE is going to need our help. It's going to get to a point where both large organizations from the white and black community regarding, Hell's Angels, alt-right, you have the Black Panthers, you have the black liberationist fighters, you have Bloods, Crips, you have Gangsters, Disciples, you have all type of, just factions of these communities that will just drop what they're doing once they understand what's going on, and they will start organizing. Okay? And, and it's just not going to be good. They are going to start organizing. Hell's Angels, they're going to all start organizing. They're going to all start organizing. See, black people understand if they start to organize on black people, right? Black people, we always do that. We always do that, but we we don't organize like that. No, like nowadays to the point where people are coming into our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? In large pockets of people, we're not doing that in their communities. It's a lot of skirmishes, but you have that in every country, right? But the thing is, a lot of our people here in America are starting to assemble together. All right. And the thing is, they're not, it's like they're not assembling together like in the same, I want to say in the same room, right? They're assembling in different rooms, but they are assembling. They all have the same goal in mind. That's the thing. They all have the same goal in mind, right? So it's uh it's looking very, very, very tricky right now. I got an outlaw clubhouse by me. Sometimes I go out riding with a couple friends of mine that are in the outlaws. We go riding on Harley. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Hitting the bars in the summertime. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? He said I got the outlaw clubhouse by me. See what I'm saying? Yep. Yep. He said that was that was Christopher Yates. What's up, Chris? What's happening, bro? Chris said Black P National Hells Angels Outlaws Bandos the Moguls. Um yeah, you got you. You better pick your word real carefully, man. Talking about those clubs, dude. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm not. Excuse me. I'm a Black American. I wouldn't have to pick my words talking about any club. You know what I'm saying? We're undefeated here on this land. It's just the bottom line. We never gave up, never will give up. So, you know, Hell's Angels, if they was to come through, they already know. So that's why they stay on that side. Notice they don't come over to the black side. So you watch your mouth. That's the funny thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. You people, y'all staying in y'all room and we in our room. You know what I mean? And as long, and like I said, if y'all come on outside, you already know what the smoke gonna be like if you come on outside. So, that's why the Hell's Angels stay where they at, right? You don't see them coming over bothering Black Panthers and all of that, right? You don't see them coming bothering, Bloods or Crips or Gangster Disciples, any of those type, organizations. You don't see that, right? So, hey, it is what it is. Like I said, they stay in their room, we stay in our room, and saying we get to what we got to get to. You know what I'm saying? And that is making sure that our country stay intact. You know what I mean? The reservation, the conservatory of our nation. I understand that. I see that. But what I'm saying is don't be choosing words for the clubs that you don't know about. See, the thing is, it's not that. All right, so make this make sense, right, Chris? Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you, right? If these clubs call themselves American, then they're going to stand on what we're standing on, right? We're standing for America. If these clubs choose not to be American, Chris, you know, if then they're going to get rolled over, basically. So what I'm saying is, if they're standing, see, they claim to be American. The Hell's Angels claim to be American, and I'm pretty sure they're going to stand on business regarding America because I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it online. I wouldn't be saying this if I'm not seeing this online, right? I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it from the Black community. I'm seeing it from the white community, right? And The Hells Angels are not talking about the black community. They're talking about, America and what's happening with immigration and, and cleaning up the country. Blacks, they're literally talking about the same thing, literally, right? And that's what I mean by that. You know what I'm saying? What up, Nick? What up, K? What up, Captain? KY the Captain. He is a Trump guy. No, I'm an American guy. I'm an American guy. You know what I'm saying? If you stand with America, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We rather do our battle with who we was doing our battle with, you know what I'm saying, and keep it like that. For right. We don't want to be doing battle with the whole world. You know what I'm saying? In our nation. We'd rather not do that. You know what I'm saying? And these people, these immigrants coming into our country is literally, I mean, injuring Black America's progress. I mean, it's just making it come to a screeching halt. And no, we're not allowing that. Yeah, we're not allowing that. You know what I'm saying? We can't allow that. We gotta keep on trucking. You know what I'm saying? But and we are. You know what I'm saying? And we are. We're not going to allow these people to come in and invade our political systems. We seen what they did in Dearborn, caught them sleeping in Minnesota, but not really caught them sleeping. Yeah, they did, because a lot of our Americans don't really go to the midterm elections and vote these people. They're not really concerned about who's the council person or who's the Congress person, right? The legislature, the legislator. They're not concerned with that too much. And I'm pretty sure now they are going to be this coming midterm election next year, November. So I feel pretty good about that. You know what I mean? But yeah. So what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying, right? Blacks and whites here in America have many, many, many differences, just like every other nation, right? Internally. However, our differences, we have matured a lot here in America. When you read our history, we have matured a lot. Okay. And what I am saying is, if we have a foreign population, we're talking about people coming from all over the world in a coordinated effort to come into our nation and take over what we know as America. We're not going to, as black people, we're not going to stand here and wait for the white people to say, hey, why are you people invading us, right? Blacks stood up. We're not hearing that. Trump was screaming from the top of Mount Everest, trying to tell you people, no, we need to build a wall. Blacks was telling the city council, running up in there in Chicago, letting them know, like, yo, telling that black male over there, like, listen, bootlicker, you got to go. And we calling for mass deportation. We were screaming for mass deportation. Then Trump started to pick it up and scream mass deportation. That's all we're saying. We're not, we want to stand on business. We don't want to cozy up. Oh, come here, white guy. Oh, come here. Hey, let's go over there and go get those Muslims. Come on, buddy. We're not saying that. we know how to, we've done this. We've been here. We've been here before. We have stepped into many war theaters together as blacks and whites. And we're talking about not being cozied up. Hey, buddy. So all I'm saying is, we know how to do this. We know how to do this here in America. That's all I'm saying. But what I love about America is the white people, they do them. They do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? They got their own style, how they be doing it. We don't be, like be messing with what they're doing. If we like it, we'll get into what they're doing, go to their clubs, or we'll go to some of their bars. Yeah, we'll be in their bars. We be up in the white bars. Don't tell me, don't tell me. Don't tell me, bro. I'm a traveling man. I know. Don't tell me. You know, they'll come up into our joints, into our clubs, to our lounges. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is how it is in America. This is how it is in America. This is the beautiful thing about America. That is so fly. That's fly about America. That's really, really fly. White people celebrate their holidays and celebrate, like when I say holidays, like, just, I don't know, yeah, it might be little holidays. Like, we celebrate the white holidays. We'll go out there, celebrate at their parades, their Irish parades. What is it? Irish Day Parade. They'll come out, celebrate when we throw in our black parades if they want to, not in the droves, but we this go both ways. You know what I'm saying? But this is what happens in America. That's fly. You go out if you want to with them. You don't have to be around them if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? That's fly. And even when we get around each other, it's like, hey, what's up? It's cordial. Like, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's going on? Hey, I just was talking to white people today. They was telling, the first thing they tell me, hey, what's going on? You look at football? It's the first thing white dude said to me today. No lie. He was like, hey, you a football fan? Just like that. He wanted to talk to me about football. We was talking about football. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, and that is the common thing. Like, that's what makes us American. You know what I'm saying? Whites and blacks, they can be in their alternate realities, the way they live their lives in their homes or around their friends, or, or the way they crack their beers or drink their beers, and, you know what I'm saying? Or hang out with each other. They hang out in different pockets. But when blacks and whites get around one another, it's like, we can bring up topics that, that we all know about, that we all have a shared value in. Like, you might bring up football, or basketball, or wrestling, or, you know what I'm saying, or MMA, boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's just something we all have a shared value and respect in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We could talk to you about boxing. You know what I'm saying? Rocky Marciano, Ali. You know what I'm saying? We could just Tommy the Hitman Hearns. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We could just go on down the line. We know Shaq, Jordan, whatever, Bird. You know what I'm saying? Brady. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beautiful thing about America. And a lot of these people that come into America, they don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand, and they don't understand how, white and blacks fight amongst each other. We'll be fighting, you know what I mean? Like, we'll have a conversation and we'll still be fighting with one another, but we'll still be on code, because on code is being, standing with America. I mean, that's just the bottom line. And that's what I understood. And that's when I see when our soldiers is out there in the field, they are black and white. And, it's like they're colorblind when they're out there on that battlefield. And, they understand their objective. You know what I'm saying? And they put aside their personal beliefs and ideologies and theories, and they have to go for the ultimate goal and objective. You know what I mean? And that's what it all boils down to right now, basically what I'm saying. That's what it is. It's not about being kumbaya but with one another right now. Right now, we have a clear objective right now. This is the top priority right now. Everything else has to be put aside. When we have an invasion like this, everybody turns into a soldier. Everybody is a soldier. There's everybody is a soldier. Just like in the military now, everybody might not actually get onto the battlefield, right? Because you might have paper pushers. You need paper pushers. You need nurses, right? They might not be on the battlefield, but everybody has a part to play, right? When it's time for war, right? Saying so. Same thing when it comes to the civilians here. You know what I mean? It's just what it is, man. It's just what it is. What? Yo, cuz, what's up, cuz? Know what I'm saying? I see you, cuz. The Revolutionary Cuz Show in the building. Make sure you check his platform out. Smack that like button. Know what I'm saying? Subscribe to his channel. That's fire. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. That's what it's all about. We're gonna have to, stand on business with one another. Like I said, we don't have to cozy up. We don't have to be cozying up with one another, but we are definitely going to have to, stand on business as far as protecting America. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. We cannot and we will not stand for this. And I like what I'm seeing right now, the acceleration of making sure, our immigration policy is being restructured, right? And I like that I'm seeing it executed. We're giving these people time. We're giving them a time limit. So it's happening, and I cannot. I'm so enthused about the long-awaited Supreme Court decision. All right, because it's time to sweep up America. It's time to bring out the broom. It's time to bring out Sandman from the Apollo. It's time to sweep up America. Okay, they must go. You're not understanding that. Blacks are outnumbered 43. We only have 43 million people here. You're only 43 million blacks here. What are you talking about? What are you in an event of a war? What the hell are you going to do with 180 million people that can't stand your guts? 180 million. 180 million of these people in here that cannot stand your guts, want to take your spot, want to take you out. And you talking about, nah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm running with Obama. And you running with Obama? You running with Obama? Are you serious? Nah, I'm running with Kamala. Trump. I ain't running with Trump. You crazy? Go, you coon. You coon. You a coon, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. You a coon, motherfucker. You a coon, motherfucker. What? My man. My man. Slow down, my man. Chill. I'm trying to put you on. I'm trying to put you on. Okay? I'm putting you on right now. Giving you real game right now. These people have suckered you for a very, very long time. Like Malcolm said, they are treating you like a political football. You just don't understand. You don't get that. You don't understand. And now, what I like is the citizens of America has woken up. That's the thing. See, this would have never had gotten done if the citizens didn't stand up. It wasn't just the white America to get Donald Trump in office. He needed black America. That's why he's so enthused. Right? That's why he's enthused. Like, yo, what? It's like a whole nother win. It's like a another burst of energy for him. Like he know he got the real on his side. He ain't got to worry. He can have a fake. He can have they can have those fake blacks that don't even get it. And but I ain't gonna call all of them fake because again I know some blacks that you know what I'm saying you know that are astute and some upstanding, very very upstanding people, man. And but they don't understand. They really don't understand. And I just I just thank God for allowing me to really understand what is going on a lot more and more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that I know everything and I'm not going to say that I understand, but I'm glad that I'm understanding more and more and more, right? And I'm seeking for the truth, right? Just like we all, right? We're not, like little 9 and 10 year old. We don't want you to be tricking us. Like we don't want that, right? We don't want that, right? Come on, man. Come on now. Nah, I can't tell you that. Nah, that's national security, right? We tired of all of that. We tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's going. Power off. That might be. It's national security. That's top secret. Uh. That's classified. You be like, every important thing you want to know, they be like, that's the classified. Classified. Oh no, that's classified too. Oh yeah, that's classified. They be like, damn, everything? Nah, man, we gotta get Trump in there. We like, nah, we gotta get Trump in there, yo. We like, nah. Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Like, so we need Trump. I like how I like what Trump is doing. I don't care. We need Trump we need somebody to do something, damn it. We need somebody to do something. I mean, come on, bro. If we didn't have Trump, are you serious? Come on, bro. Trump is draining the swamp. I'm glad that we just seen these 21 senators, turn their backs on Trump in America. I'm glad that we now know who they are, because Trump drew the line. He made a hardcore bill that was going to draw them out. I'm glad about that. Man, hey, what am I supposed to have? A two-sided conversation? This is warfare. G-man, this is warfare, G-man. I can't, you know what I'm saying? This is warfare. You, listen, you people have been telling us what was going to happen years ago. It's not like I just started just doing this, and they have been deleting videos, giving strikes, are you crazy, bro? You don't even, I've been on, I couldn't even do it, flex on YouTube like this, like I am now. I was doing it on other platforms and getting banned over there, getting pages taken over there, accounts taken, stripped, you know, it, because you people been saying what you was going to do, and I'm actually now seeing it play out. That's the funny thing. It's not like I just started watching this or studying what's going on, bro. Nah, you got the wrong one with me. No, I've been screaming no, and the funny thing is, and it's not funny though. However, I'm actually seeing it play out. I'm really seeing it play out in real time. I'm like, no, these people are really not playing. Oh no, hell no. uh-uh. Uh-uh. No. No. I don't care. I don't care. Uh-uh. I told you I'm understanding more and more and more. Uh-uh. No. I want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, man. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, you know. Nah, it's a new one. So it's a new one. It's not that because I had a different joint, and my other joint, you know what I mean. I could maneuver better. Pause. But you are up. You are up. That's what I'm talking about. That's Angelo. Yo, Angelo said I agree with you. He said I agree with you. It's been crazy. Like that '60s movie with Rowdy Roddy Piper and the sunglasses. You talking about They Live. Bro, you couldn't have, man. You know what? I got to do I got to do a segment on that because that is literally what's going on right now. That's what's happening right now. I have my son. If you don't have your sunglasses on right now, seeing what's going on with these people, I really pray for you right now. I'm praying that you people get your sunglasses on right now. That's what it is. They live and they are out here and they are looking to attack. You see that? You saw how they infiltrated the government like that? You saw that? In all aspects of the government. That's these Muslims. That's these cartels. That's these Asian cartels. That's what's going on. Angelo said, I agree. Angelo said, I agree with you. It's been, oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. Nice, nice mics often pick up, nice mics often pick up better sound, so move it further away from your, oh, okay. Okay, thanks. Thank you so much, B Dublin. You said, am I Trump or Trump? Trump all the way. Kamala is a traitor to our country. Is a traitor, bro. I can't. I mean, are you kidding? Biden. These people have took our country. They have had our country in their grip since Kennedy, bro. It has come to a screeching halt since Trump. Do you understand that? The last person that literally tried to take the American government was Kennedy, and you saw what happened to Kennedy, and you saw what happened to Trump. They attempted to take out Trump, bro, multiple times, and we saw it. I mean, bro, I'm not. I don't believe, bro. I'm hearing. I, I'm hearing astute, intellectual, upstanding, lovely, beautiful people tell me that when Trump was assassinated, or when Trump was, when that assassination attempt took place, I'm being told that that was staged. That's not. Nah, man. I don't know. I can't. Nah. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? No. These people. Trump was going after the Federal Reserve. I mean, Trump was going after also the last person. Again, the last president that went after the Federal Reserve was President Kennedy, and now President Trump. Trump has been going after the Federal Reserve also. I mean, so you got to understand. Trump is out there really fighting to get America back. America is held hostage by foreign countries, held hostage by the foreign reserve. I mean, by the foreign, held hostage by the Federal Reserve. That's a foreign entity, not even over here with the Brits, right? All of these agencies, controlling America, right? Trump is just like, nah, we're taking America back. No, no. Over here treating our army, treating our military like it's NATO. Our military is not NATO. For you to have our military area making money off our military and all of the grants and all of the contracts and all of that. Nah, man. We don't want that. We don't want that. Can you celebrate on what you mean by these people? Oh, can you elaborate on what you mean by these people when you talk about Kamala? When you say these people, when I say these people, oh yeah, when I say these people, I mean Kamala, because I mean Kamala and all of the people that she's has been attempting to bring into the country, right? Kamala has brought in Kamala brought in the East Indians and gave them uh, billions of dollars, billions of dollars. Okay, you can look that up. Gave them billions of dollars and was prepared to give them billions of dollars and almost unlimited access. If that lady would have got in office, it would have been a civil war. If Kamala would have gotten in office, it would have been a civil war. I'm telling you right now. If Kamala would have gotten in office, it would. I'm telling you. The black community is upset right now and don't care right now. If the president of the United States can call Africa garbage and you don't hear a peep out of black America, you know it's serious. It's serious. Tell me I'm lying about that. You don't hear no blacks making no fuss about President Trump calling Somalians, the Somalians garbage, calling their land garbage, calling them, that we don't need them. And, he just, because it sounded like he was listening to some of the black YouTubers or something. So, you know what I mean? Some of the black TikToks or something, because boy, that sounds like some black rhetoric. Because if you listen to the blacks on social media, all across social media right now, this is a beautiful thing, man. I used to see all across social media. I used to see all of this leftist rhetoric from black people. It used to hurt my heart. They used to be going at Trump, and I'm like, damn, but they don't understand, man. Like, damn, going at Trump, you literally going after America. You literally don't understand. Whether you like that man or not, he is the only thing that we have going for us, right? Who the freak else did we have before Trump? Are you crazy? But if you really do your deep dive in this political apparatus, in this political universe and what's going on, if you really do your deep dive research, you would see what's going. And then Trump made it to where you don't have to see, you don't have to go really do your research. He created Doge, right? And Doge pulled out for you what's going on. All of this funding being sent to Africa, being sent to China, being sent to the Middle East, right? All of this money laundering. I don't hear no press conferences from the leftists about all of this money. In fact, the leftists they took and stripped away your freaking food stamps, white and black, stripped your food stamps away because they wanted the money that Doge has took, that Doge has found out. Are you serious? Are you serious? And this is what we talk. This is what I mean. How could you fight that? We're talking about America here, man. That don't make sense to me. I'm not a person that want to beat up any religion. And if I thought that it was a real religion, ain't no way in the world I'd be talking the way I'm talking about Islam. I really, in my mind, okay, do not believe Islam is a real religion. I just don't really believe that. That's just in my own mind. I could be wrong, but I don't believe that a religion would allow, if you're talking about only 10% of these people are doing the most destruction all over the world like that, and you are not attempting to resist them in no way, but only to go after and debate the people who have concerns about these people. I find you all 90% of you Muslims complicit. That's all I'm saying. That's the way I really feel. I don't mean to be talking harsh to you people, but then again I do, because when it's wartime, I don't have a heart of remorse for my enemy like that, so to speak. I don't feel like, why should I be talking peacefully, about these people like that? You know, what- it's like, even when they see me in the street or see them in the store, I'll be cordial. Hey, oh, thank you. Oh, oh, how much? Oh, here you go. My change. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll be cordial and all that. Hey, oh, what's going on? Oh, okay. Oh, thanks. Oh, all right, thanks. Hey, what's up? All right, because he said what's up. I'll say what's up. But I know that he don't like me as a black man. I know that he's jealous of me as a black man. He's telling me. These people tell you. They tell their ladies. They tell you online. The ladies are now, because they over here in America, a lot of these Muslim ladies are now telling us about these Muslim men now, right? They're telling us online about these Muslim men. They're telling us that they want to, now get with black men here in America, and they want to get with white men here in America. Literally, there you can look it up on TikTok. I'll give you a destination. Black, Africans, Muslim ladies, Arabs, you can look it up, and Arabs, talking about black and white men, the Americans, they want to start, you know, dating us, and maybe they should start leaving their husbands and things like that on TikTok. I'm I'm meant to show that, man. I'm gonna have to write that down in my book, because that did slip my mind. I must admit, um, because I want to show that. I do want to highlight that, because I'm not just saying that these women are fitting to, a lot of them are fitting to make the move, because they are being held down. They can't even move. They can't talk to us without being harassed when they get home. They can't talk to an American black man or American white man, especially in front of their husband, or not even their husband. The boyfriend, or even the little ones. You know what I'm saying? Is We all know that they're anti-black. Even the little ones, when they get around us, just like when Puerto Ricans get around us, you know, they would tell us. Yeah, I remember when I was young, they would tell us, like, my mother's, she don't like black people and all that. And it's just like, these people that come over here, they don't like us like that. So it's like, why are we gonna play around? But we didn't really care before like that. You can come around us and we wouldn't care if, as a black people, we wouldn't care if you didn't like us like that. But now, the battlefield has changed. Now we know that you have come in here for a clear military objective. Now, the people, the politicians, the lobbyists, the voters who have been running the show now are going to have to take a back seat now. And now the real people who are accustomed to warfare, who understand politics on a deep level, who have been in war, who have been in various wars, whether in the military, whether on the streets, have some form of combat. You know, it's a time for a lot of us military minds to truly stand up and put our 2 cents into the game. Let y'all know what's going on. We've been tricked a very long time by these Democrats. These Democrats are treasonous. These Democrats are treasonous. Yo, Steve, thanks, bro. Steve, Steve, I appreciate you, bro. Steve Triquello, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. He said, I like you. Appreciate that. Uh, Iberia. Sorry, I came in the middle. Sorry, I came in the middle of the conversation. That's all right. You can, know what I'm saying? You can always rewind it. You know, I'm just breaking down why these Democrats have pulled the wool over your eyes for a very long time, and why our people allowed this. You know, it's just amazing, man. Thank you. Steve said I have the right to speak up. Cause what up, revolutionary? What's your opinion on Trump running for a third term? I need him for a fourth term. Damn it, I don't want this to stop. This can't stop. And they're saying what they're saying the as far as the illegal migrants that we have in our country, the illegal ones, y'all. They're saying if you gave Trump 10 years, if you gave ICE a 10-year run, right from right now, this is what they're saying. If you gave ICE a 10-year run and ICE met all of their objectives within this 10 years, they're saying that you would be lucky if you put a dent in how many illegals it is that you need to get out of here. They said you'd be lucky if you put a dent. Therefore, from what that there's telling me, see, that's telling me right there, the civilian army will rise up. It's going to have to. ICE is not going to be able to meet its objectives. It's unsustainable when you have these Democrats and some of the blacks tricked and some of the whites tricked pushing against this. Okay? Okay? I guarantee you, no, you heard this here first. Our armies and our civilian population will start to stand up on both sides, white and black. They will start to stand up. Whether they're going to coordinate together, I don't know about that yet. But I know they will start to stand up and they will coordinate in their respective communities, white and black. They will start coordinating. They will start standing up. You're going to start hearing more from our civilian armies. Watch. You're going to start hearing more from our Hells Angels, the alt-right, Black Panthers, black liberation groups and armies. You're going to start hearing from them because it's time to come out now. It's time to come out and play, warriors. They live. I'm telling you, this is they live. You're gonna have to put on your binoculars. Roddy Piper showed us what was going on a long time ago. And this is what's going on. Like zombies coming up in here. They all have the same objective too. They all, whether they are African or Arab, I mean, damn it, the Africans calling themselves Arab. So I mean, but whether you African or whether you Arab, whether you Asian, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? They're all coming in here with the same mindset. It doesn't matter. No, this is no. This is not. This is no time to be sitting around playing around. We're not going to be playing around. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I'm not doing that, and I know my people not doing that. I see them standing up in New York. They standing up in New York. They standing up in Chicago, going into that city council constantly. You got to start going up into your city council. If you don't know about your city council, you got to find out about your city council meetings. I don't know if they're on Mondays or you know, what I'm saying. In my city is on Mondays. You know what I'm saying? You got to know, you know what I'm saying? They have certain schedules, but you have to start going and checking out what the freak going on in your city council, and you're gonna have to start removing these damn bootlicking house Negroes. All right, and you're gonna have to remove these white boys and gals that's in there doing the most, trading on us. Okay, this is what y'all gonna have to start doing. All right, them bootlicking white boys, them bootlicking black boys. All right, you're gonna have to get them out of office. We need new. We need real. We don't need these people. These people that's coming out of these, uh, you know, these colleges already, fixed up, and this is how they get them. This is what they do. You know, and they push their agendas. They don't. They do not allow you to come in and help the community and push your agendas and your ideologies. And the first time you attempt to start doing that, they're gonna push back on that. This is what's going on. It's almost like if you're a politician, it's almost like you're an employee and the Democratic committee, whether in your local committee, it's almost like you're the employee if you're a politician and the Democratic committee is like your manager or something. I'm telling you, the moment you want to attempt to push a bill or formulate a bill and push a bill, they want to push back on it, give you feedback and negative feedback, and then if you resist, that's when they want to come after you. Come on, I've been there, man. I've been there, man. They are they are horrible, and these are your Democrats, especially the black Democrats. And when I say especially, because I have direct experiences with these people. This is how I know. This is how I know. What most of the black communities are so messed up the way they are because these people that are politicians that's put into positions of authority in these minority communities are selling out our minority communities because there's so much funding that come from the federal government to the state, to the county, to the city for the minorities, for the blacks. And another thing I'm sick of, these Africans coming into our country, these Asians, these Arabs. I'm minority. I'm minority. I'm a minority. You talking Ilhan Omar. Donald Trump, he can't do that. He knows I'm a minority. And then she said, he knows I'm a black minority. Bro, girl, if you don't get your ass up. Nah, I ain't gonna kick no girl, but damn it. Damn. We're gonna virtually kick your ass out of here. Damn. That just made my leg wanna just kick something, y'all. Just made my leg just a jolt of energy just flung through straight down my kneecap. Just made my kneecap jump. Made me want to kick something. Talking about they minorities. I'm sick of this playing on our playing on our just playing on our good graces, man. Just playing on us, bro. Playing on our system, playing on our health system, our beautiful health system that we have here in America. Our beautiful welfare system, social service system. These people are jumping out of their boats to get over here because of that social service system, literally, to not just come over here and live off of it, though. They want to come over here and send them back to their army because it's a concerted effort. It's a coerced effort. It's a collective effort. And I largely blame Islam for that. I do. I do. How is the 90% allowing the so-called 10% control all the I mean, how boy, if there were Christians here in America doing what you Muslims have been doing, yo bro, I would denounce Christianity so fast. I mean for the world to hear. I mean really, for the world to hear. I would denounce it so fast. But they don't do that here. Christians ain't running around for the love of God, for the love of God. Nah, niggas ain't doing that. Nah, dog, niggas ain't doing that. Dogs. Christians is not doing that. Nah. Nah. Hey, I ain't judging you, but I'm seeing what's good for me and my family. You know, no. That ain't no, that ain't who who was a great prophet? He is a great prophet, was sent in the world. That's who is that? Arabia. Come on, man. Nah, bro. The prophet, the great prophet. Nah, man. We every time, but y'all don't want to talk to the jihadists that's running around doing the most. This is my largest concern. I don't understand that about a lot of these Muslims, and it's like they are really Maybe I should stop saying that word, right? Maybe that's very, very insulting, huh? But then again, you know, my motto is like with the enemy, I really kind of don't be caring about the enemy and all that. Once I know you enemy, it's like, yo, it really be hard for me to, to be nice, like to even, I could be nice and all that. I could be kind of, but I'm talking to my people, so it's like, I don't want them to, nah, man. It's like, mm-mm, nah. Help me out. Help me understand. You Muslims, Arabia, help me understand. Like, why do you allow the 10% of the so-called 10% of the jihadists, which is about 70 to 100 million of you, right? Of them. Why is it that they allow these people to actually dictate Islam all over the world? Why is that? Why did the Muslim Brotherhood teach Osama bin Laden, which he raised up Al Qaeda, which they came and slammed into to our buildings in New York City, which I am still filming about, which I am still livid about, which I'm still mad. I'm still upset that they don't even have no Twin Towers no more. They have that one tower, the one World Trade, and I'm mad about that. I want two. I wanted the two Twin Towers. They was going to the two. They was, the two Twin Towers was proposed, and that was that was supposed to be proposed, and they were supposed to put up the two towers, and it was going to be, almost like steel. It's going to be very well fortified for any plane attack, but they decided to go with the one World Trade at the end of it, I guess at the last minute. And I wanted the Twin Towers back. That was that was like the logo for the world. I mean, for America, bro. You know what I mean? That was the logo for America, bro. The Twin Towers. You know? Now it's just like, like the Statue of Liberty is like, synonymous. You're synonymous with for America. You see the Statue of Liberty. That's American and all that. But nah, y'all did that. Y'all did that. Y'all did that. I'd have been mad if y'all have did that to the Statue of Liberty, man. I'd have been pissed off if y'all have did that to the Statue of Liberty, bro. I'm pissed off about the Twin Towers. I was up in the Twin Towers before, a few times. My aunt used to work in there also. And when that happened, I thought my aunt was up in there. Come to find out, she had been stopped working there a few months prior. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? Why do you say I have misinformation? What's propaganda? But how do I need to do more research? Did you not just research what happened at Bondi Beach? You didn't just see what just happened at Bondi Beach? Why am I not seeing an outcry from the Muslims denouncing these jihadists? Why am I not seeing that? See what I'm saying? The Twin Towers. Yeah, no, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I felt that as soon as you said that, man. That's crazy, man. I'm gonna look at some Twin Tower because I look at it almost every 2-3 nights, man. I look at some Twin Tower content, man, because I don't even know why I do it, but I just be doing it. It's just so horrific to me. When you you listen to their stories, and they do like some of the reenactments. It's so horrific to me. I cannot believe these so-called religious people came over here and did that. I'm just not, when you're used to warfare or hearing about, I'm not used to hearing so-called religious based organization duking it out. Like, I mean, and y'all was just planning. I just played earlier in the live stream where the Muslim jihadists was just caught by the FBI, and they was just planning a big attack in New York City on New Year's Eve. So I don't understand you people. And then you people literally defend that. You're either really psychologically drummed up into Islam because these people just made you to the point of it's like a thin line of delusional, it's like the thin line of being delusion in the state of delusion or just pride for just who you are. Like I don't know. I don't, or you just know and you just want to defend and you're just super complicit. I mean, I just don't know, and it's no logical reason for me to think that you people all are not in some facts in somewhere in your mind all not complicit. I find that hard to believe because it is not going to be. Christians are not going to allow. If you let a radical Christian group, what? Bro, we would denounce that in a heartbeat. We would denounce that. Even if it was in another nation and Christians was going buck wild somewhere, God forbid, and they was doing it in the name of God and in the name of Christianity, we would denounce that. Not only that, we would go and kick their ass. We'd kick their ass. We would do something. They'd get locked up, something, and we would denounce it. We would denounce it. And then they'd get their ass kicked in the pen. Because them boys in the pen don't be playing. Trust me, them boys in the pen ain't playing. That's the thing, too. These people, they'll get locked up and think and think they just gonna do time and just gonna sit there. No. Oh no. Them boys gonna be on your ass. Pause. Them Americans that's in there, don't think what's going on in jail right now. Them blacks and whites are not starting to stand together in the jails also. Don't think that, because they are. You think the whites and blacks are not standing up in the jails and the prisons on these damn invaders? You don't think so? You don't think so? I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Niggas ain't having that, bro. America ain't gone, bro. I'm telling you, you probably gonna get all of these other nations, but bro, America ain't it, bro. America ain't it for that, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I mean, I can promise you that, bro. And B, and I want to tell you, B Dublin, my condolences to your grandpapa, man. My condolences, man. That is my condolences, man. Mm, 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 mm. And B, what tower was he in? Mm, 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 mm. Goodness freaking gracious. Which tower was he in, the north or the south? That's another thing in the Bible. That's another thing in the Bible says to protect Israel. Quran says otherwise. It says that's another thing in the Bible. Raju Warrior said that's another thing the Bible says to protect Israel. Quran says otherwise. Wow. So what does the Quran say about, all right, so you said the Bible, Raja Walker said that's another thing the Bible says to protect Israel. Quran says otherwise. So what does the Quran say? Does the Quran say to attack Israel? Thank you for the pause. Why you said that? Arabia, how do you feel about that? Do you know many children have been killed? Oh, have been how many children? I used to freaking pom for damn Palestine, bro. You know what I'm saying? I used to, you know what I'm saying? I used to be out there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, hold up. Hold up. That's not looking right. I wasn't really paying attention. I wasn't studying up on it, until I started studying up on it more. So I do know a little bit, from what I have been studying about, Palestine and everything like that. But your people have been doing the most. These Muslims have been doing the most. They seem very hard to live around. Allah Dearborn, Allah Somalia in Minnesota, right? It's like Somaliland. They have malls in Somalia where the blacks are not allowed to come in. Literally. They don't sell to you, and the blacks come into the Somalian malls in Minnesota, and they will not sell to the blacks. You got to go. We already went through that with white people. No, you people got to go. I just seen. You people got to go. Talking about they're not selling to us. I just seen that on. I be seeing that on Life. I be watching the movie Life all the time, man. We done went through that with the white people. We not taking that from no damn Africans. We ain't taking that from no Africans, man. That ain't happening, bro. Talking about Israel, which is they believe what you believe. That is Jesus is God. Israel, Christians and Jews and Americans, no matter the color of skin, will stick together. That's a fact. I mean, that's a fact, man. Hey, that's what I'm learning now. Angelo said, the Christians and Jews and Americans, no matter the color of skin, will stick together. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. I'm really starting to see that now. Because at first I was thinking like, damn, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, damn, Palestine popped off on Israel. I was remember like, oh wow, what happened? And I love looking at a good war. You know what I mean? Like, this the war zone. But I love, I'm into like, military and wartime. So I'm like, yo, what happened? Like, not with, I wasn't, looking at it with glee, but I'm just like, just, interested. Like, damn, what happened? Damn, why they pop off on Israel like that? And I'm like, oh wow. Then I'm like, oh, that's why they popped off. Oh wow, okay. I'm like, oh, I'm like, nah, man. So y'all gotta do your thing, yo. I'm like, yeah, do your thing. This is what I'm saying. I'm over here making videos. I'm like, yeah, nah, yeah, do your thing. This is what I'm thinking, cause I'm thinking y'all the underdogs, and I'm like, hold up, how are these people the underdogs, and they like 750 million strong over there? Wait, I'm like, how are these Palestinians or even these Muslims over there are 750 million strong? Israel is the size of New Jersey. Boy, we are America and Israel. Like when you think about it, you got little Israel that is protected by America, going up against almost a billion of you people, bro. Going up against a billion of you people over there. And they be holding it down. Israel be holding it down. I'm telling you, I used to be saying like, I used to be mad thinking like, I used to be thinking Israel was wrong. I used to be thinking that, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be thinking that. But then when I really started to understand and it started to play out in real time, these Muslims coming all around us, and not just that, I heard and I was researching that these Muslims said that what they were going to do, what their agenda was, but I just in my mind didn't realistically think that that could happen in America until I went back to New York City, because I'm from New York City, and I went back to New York, and I haven't been there in a while, and I seen all of these bruh, this is no exaggeration, and I went back a couple times, bruh. In New York City, now I know for a fact, but the way it looked, the optics just looked crazy, because the optics said or spelled out that there were more migrants in New York City than legal citizens. That's what it looks like. When you go out there, I'm from there, so ain't no YouTuber telling me nothing. There's no news telling me this. Ain't no news telling me nothing. I went there myself to my hometown, know how it's supposed to be. I know the demographics of my hometown. I know the blacks. I know the whites. I know where everybody's supposed to be. I know how it looks. Nigga, I tell you, I went to New York City, bruh. New York City looks like Africa. New York City looks like you in Africa. I've never been to Africa, But when I look at Africa on YouTube, or I look at a third world country somewhere in South America or something, you know how you see dirt roads, or you just see a lot of people in the streets just walking everywhere, cars just everywhere, just no cars coming straight down the street. No, it's like just just cars just everywhere, people everywhere, no type of structure at all, just people everywhere. It's, it's like that in New York City, but it's an immense portion of migrants over American citizens, hands down. And then when it really, really started happening and Trump got in office, and I'm like, nah, bro, this is really war, bro. Then I'm looking at what just happened in Dearborn. I'm like, nah, bro, nah, no, look what just happened. And we getting these are reports coming in. Like if you were a military man, or if you were in the military, and let's say you were a dispatcher for the military, you're getting reports coming in from all over Maine. This is happening with these Muslims over there in Dearborn. This is happening with these Muslims. The freaking mayor, they took over the mayoralship. They have Sharia law implemented in Dearborn. They have the prayer call that goes off every damn 5 a.m. in the morning, and it goes off 5 times a day, and it's very, very loud. How do I know that? Because they have it on YouTube, okay? And it's very, very loud. 5 in the morning. It's total disrespect to the American people. We don't want that. We're American. We're not Muslim. We're not a Muslim nation. I don't give a damn about your values now. No, freak your values, freak whatever you talking about. We don't care nothing about it. You're not bringing that over here. No, we must, we deserve, we deserve it too. We deserve what? First of all, you're not even here legally. This is wrong. This is not what we want as Americans. I think that we have the absolute right to state what we want and don't want. And when we're telling you we don't want it, we're getting major pushback on this from all of these migrants. I can't say that I don't want you people here. I'm being a racist because I'm saying I don't want you people here. And I think that's more like a to make you feel bad type of thing, because I don't feel bad. So I don't even feel bad when, I guess, if I'm called a racist, I guess. Because I, I, I don't feel bad. You are the enemy. I don't feel bad, like, at all. Like, I don't have any remorse. I don't have any remorse. I just don't. No. You people look at us, you're anti-black, you're anti-white. You're anti-black and you're anti-white. You want none more. You don't care about no just moving black people out the way. You want to take over my country. We're not with that. That ain't happening. You're going to hear a lot of racism, if that's what you call it, because we're going to stand up for our country. Us standing up for our country is now called racism, now called being an Islamophobe. Well, then that's what we are. Then I'm an Islamophobian. And what is an Islamophobian? Huh? What is that? Who the freak? What is the Islamophobian? Is, I guess, like the new N word now, huh? What is an Islamophobian? The freak is that? The freak out of here. They really got this in the dictionary? Hold on, what the freak is this? Hold up, man. People are nuts. Freaking nuts. Islamophobia is defined as fear, hatred. What? Man, forget you people. I don't even want to read it no more. Forget you people, man. Fear. Yeah, we don't want. Did you just see what happened with Bondi Beach? I mean, hello. You don't have a nice Christian or based organization where you don't hurt nobody. You people hurt people. You people hurt people. And you do it for fun and you celebrate and you pray after you hurt people. Like you just did a good thing. What do you mean? Fear, hatred, or prejudice toward Islam and Muslims that results in a pattern of discrimination, hostility, and oppression. It is widely recognized as a contemporary form of racism and xenophobia, targeting expressions of Muslim identity, whether actual or perceived. Man, forget that, man. Who gives a damn about that? Nobody gives a damn. Nobody cares. I don't even know why they put that in the damn dictionary. I don't know. That been in the dictionary, y'all? What the freak is wrong with these people putting that in the damn dictionary? Oh, what the freak is wrong with these people, man? What's wrong with these people, y'all? What he said? He said that Israel is a holy land of God, while the Jews flipped on him. They flipped on Jesus on him. Oh, you talking about? Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, you people live like your mind is stuck in the Stone Age. Why are you arguing about Jesus and who did what they did to the time? Bruh, you people need to wake up. You people will go and get your gats right now. You know what I'm saying? If we're in your face and we violated Muhammad, or you ready to go snatch your kufi off and go get your AR and go out and start bucking because of something that happened, or some man, because you said he's a man, you don't consider him divine, all because of some man, some odd thousands years ago, however long ago that was, in the damn Stone Age. And we black people helped you people out of the Stone Age. Black people gave you people light. You come over here want to be anti-black. We done put it down, my nation. You can't hate on us, and you can't make us feel bad. You people be trying to make black people feel bad. Have you checked out what we've made and created? We are an innovative bunch, are we? We are a lovely bunch. And we so lovely. We accept all groups in our nation. We don't be hating. We just be jamming. We be partying. We throw our own parties. You know what I'm saying? We be having our own good time. Ted just want to come around. You know what I'm saying? We don't be mad. We be, showing them the ropes. And these people still want to be anti-black to us. Still want to be anti-black to us. And now that you infringing on white America too, you're starting to go up into their neighborhoods. I'm seeing it. Yeah, they're starting to move into these suburban area neighborhoods, and a lot of that be cartel money, Muslim Brotherhood money. They're getting, money. You think they're coming over here? You know what I'm saying? These people are broke as a faggot's wrist, okay? And if they're not broke, that's because they're being funded. They are being funded. What the hell? If you're rich, well, you don't stay your ass home. Does that make any sense? That doesn't even make any sense. I don't get that. You come over here, you trying to ball out, and you why are you not balling in your joint? You supposed to come over here and visit, take your ass back home. This is an invasion. I must say that again. You in the war, you looking right at the war report right now. I'm giving you a visual war report right here. Okay? Words in action. Okay? This is a visual war report. We are sticking with the Jews. I'm sticking with the Jews. FBA. That's Ray Ray. Yeah, Ray Ray. I salute you, Ray Ray. Ray Ray. I'm sticking with the Jews. Cause I just told you I was tricked. I was a little bit tricked. I had to admit it, and it's only because I didn't do all of my research like that, which I read in the Bible, which it said, and I'm a paraphrase here, and this is after the fact. It said, like, never pick a side without fully doing your research. I'm just paraphrasing, and I came across it. I came across it in the Bible. I don't remember the scripture, but I just remember I came across it and all that. Well, I'm gonna just pick a scripture because since I got the Bible right here, it says, foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. So we got to train up our children, basically. Saying we got to train up our children. That was just a random scripture. It was just right there since we were talking about the Bible, and the Bible was right there, boom. But I'm standing with Israel. I ain't bro. Nah. And I feel good about that since it's in the Bible anyway. You know, because I was feeling some type of way. I remember I was consulting with my bishop, my aunt. I consulted with my aunt about that. She's a doctor, professor, matriarch. And you know, I was talking to her about it, you know. And I was like, Auntie, no, Auntie, they doing this to the Palestinians. They doing that. They doing this. I'm like, Auntie, and I'm like, Auntie, and you got the whole world saying no. You got the whole world protesting against Israel, and you know, and the world court is even saying Israel is wrong, Auntie. Da 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 da. And then I remember her saying, like, because she wasn't she wasn't really tapped into what was going on politically like that too much. I'm talking about like overseas with it. She wasn't adept to what was apt to what was going on for the October 7th event. And she was like, I'm gonna pray on it. I remember she said I'm gonna pray on it. And then it's like God just started opening my eyes, man. It's like, nah, I feel so glad that I'm on the right side. Nah, I'm standing with Israel, dog. And that's in the Bible. Nah, I'm good. Cause I was feeling funny, you know what I mean? Like going up against Israel, and I'm like, damn, that's in the Bible though. I don't think I'm supposed to do that. And I'm like, but nah, bro. I'm like, cause Bibi Netanyahu, I was like, he was like upsetting me, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause he was so like, he's just so defiant, and he's been like that for years. And I'm like, I'm talking about in the face of war, he's just defiant right now. And I'm like, wow. But when God started opening my eyes, I'm like, wow, nah, Bibi the man. I'm like, yo, nah, Bibi doing this thing. I'm like, nah, Bibi doing this thing. Bibi holding it down. He's fighting 1 billion Muslims. He's fighting 1 billion freaking Muslims that want your head. Pause. These people can't live in peace. They want to take over all territory. No, they took over Africa. They got Africans calling themselves Arabs. Took them over. Took their mind over. Just took them over. That's all what Islam has created a 100-year plan to take over the world. They said that they are 50% there. They said they are 50% there. This is what Islam said. No other religious base. This is Islam saying this, man. I don't see the 90% resisting and denouncing that plan that I just told you that came from your jihadists, that came from your Muslim Brotherhood. That I'm so glad that our president just banned ever so swiftly. So glad that Governor Abbott put a stop and halt to them in Texas and advised that the other states follow suit. I'm ecstatic about that. No, we can't be having that. And like I said, blacks ain't whites ain't oh, come here, white guy. Come here, white guy. We got to stand together. We got to stand because those Muslims over there, they want to take over. So you man your battle stations, and I'm a man mine. We're not saying all that. Nigga, you hold it down over there. Nigga, we gonna hold it down over here. You know what I'm saying? You hold it down in your community where you been at. We gonna hold it down, God damn it, in our community where we live at. That's what I'm saying. And that's what it's about. Because we're not allowing these Muslims to think, it's sweet like that. We sweet. We sweet over here in America kicks ass everywhere they go. We kick ass on the Olympic stage. We kick ass in football. We kick ass in basketball. I don't care where we take y'all. We kick ass in martial arts. We kick on those national it doesn't matter. On the world stage, we kick ass. We kick ass in the military. Our military is the baddest military on the planet. We look the best. We walk the best. Our military is the best. You people follow and copy our military. Copy the way we walk, talk. That's what you people do that. Your tether leaders do that. And just alter it a little bit. We the best. America is the best. We can't be beat neither. Did I mention that? Oh, and did I mention that we are the best? We can't be beat over in America. We don't know what it feels like to really be beat. The only time you think you beat it, the only time I be hearing that we lost a few wars. We didn't really lose those wars. You think we lost those wars. It's perceived to be that we lost those wars only because our American government or our American citizens in the government, like a lot of your Democrats and, blacks, will not allow your countries to be blown to smithereens. Oh, because trust me, if we allow our army to go, which let's say it's a war right now, if the whites and blacks largely stand together in the government and allow Congress to unleash the chains, unleash the military, stop freaking harassing our military and stealing their money, right? We will win those wars. We will win those wars. They're sending a lot of our troops there understaffed, underfunded. No, the equipment sometimes is low. Yeah, we're getting reports directly from soldiers. We know what's been going on. That's why the military is jumping. They're like, they're like a faggot in Boys Town. They happy because Thanks for telling me that, Angelo. I didn't know you couldn't hear me. Damn. I probably was talking for a minute and y'all couldn't hear me, huh? Damn. Thanks for telling me that, Angelo, man. I mean, it's looking like y'all hearing me because I'm seeing the comments. Maybe because it probably just went out right there. Finally, start read the chat. That's B Dublin fingerboarding. Yeah, I know, man. I know, man, because I just be getting in the zone, man, because I'm like, I gotta get this on tape before I hit that chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I gotta get this down. I gotta get this out. Because I just don't really be understanding these Muslims. I just don't. Either they just delusional or they're just super complicit or they just brainwashed. When that's not the word. Delusional is not the word I've been looking for. It's brainwashed. That's the word I've been looking for. Loud and clear. Ray said loud and clear. Yeah, man, I hate that. Damn. I'm over here talking and all that, and man, I was over here cooking too. I was over here cooking some beef stew for you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying Mike want to act like that and all that. Yeah, nobody. Nah, I'm not spitting hate, man. This is not hate, man. This is war. You know, we hate to lose. So, you know, we other than that, we don't care. Americans hate to lose. Americans ain't losing. We hate to lose. We've been there before and we don't like the way it feels. That's why we number one. You know, we learn from our mistakes and, you know, we move on. That's why we number one. You people in your countries, y'all keep fighting amongst each other. That's why America's number one. We have learned how to coexist. And we didn't sign no treaties, the black man. And we still learned how to coexist with the white man. And the white man learned how to coexist with the black man. And we are a very unique country. But we not all like Kumba. Hey, 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 buddy. Come on, buddy. Nah, we ain't doing all that. But we found the way, man. And you people are mad and jealous about that. That's why. What up, fam? That's the messenger. What up, messenger? I just said somebody. I just said nobody. Oh, yeah, all right. I respect you believe in Jesus and do not try to make you believe something or someone else. I respect you believe in Jesus and do not try to make you believe in something else. Right, yeah. Nah, I ain't trying to that's what I'm saying. I ain't trying to make nobody believe in, you know, anything, you know, they don't want to believe in. I'm just telling you how what I'm going through. You know what I mean? Just telling you how I'm feeling and you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm believing and whatever anybody else believe in, that's totally their opinion on what they want to do. And I personally have no problem with that at all. And I'm pretty sure a lot, I mean, probably 98% of my black people feel the same way. You know, they don't care about. It's just that when we know that people are coming in on an agenda to harm us as a people, we have to protect that. And we're only 43 million strong, and nobody in the world likes us. Nobody in the world likes us. We have immense problems even with our own American white brothers and sisters. You know, we have issues, big time issues with them. So nobody likes us, and therefore we can't allow people to come into our unique nation and bring in all of this hate and mischief and confusion. Because the devil does come to steal, kill, and destroy and cause confusion, and that's what I see Islam to be. That's I don't see no. I've attempted to help Islam before, really without knowing, really without researching what I just thought y'all were being picked on. No, y'all not being. How y'all y'all damn outnumbered damn people. How the freak y'all being picked on, man? No. Y'all picking on yourselves. Y'all hurting yourselves. You know, your jihadists is blowing people up, and no. You're not standing protesting against none of your jihad. I don't see any of that. I know you're not doing it over there back home because I don't see you doing it here. I don't see you doing it here. Your jihadis be acting up over here. You don't be protesting. When they came over here and smacked the World Trade Center down, I didn't see any of you Muslims, even in America, denounce any of those jihadis. Brother, we don't know them, brother. We don't know those. We don't know them, brother. We don't know them, brother. We don't even know where they live, brother. Brother, believe me, brother. We love America, brother. Nah, bro. We don't believe y'all. Nah, we tired of that. It's all about peace, brother. Peace, brother. Why don't you like? What do you believe in, brother? What do you believe in? You believe in what do you believe in, brother? Why has it always got to be a debate with y'all when we're talking about you people freaking blowing things up and shooting people up? Why does it have to always be a debate with you? What do you believe in, brother? Like, yo, there's always a debate with these people. We don't even want to debate. It's like we'll just ask one question like, why do you have to ask your husband, can you leave the house? You know what I mean? Every time you leave a house, you have to ask your husband. Like, why do you allow the jihadis to, run Islam? Brother. Islam is about love, brother. Islam is about peace, brother. Peace. We're all peaceful over here in our community, brother. We love all people, brother. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I'm like, I don't know about that, y'all. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's no disrespect to understand. Angelo said, no disrespect to understand that you are untrustworthy and dangerous to innocent people who has nothing to do with your beliefs. It's not disrespectful to understand that you are untrustworthy and dangerous to innocent people who has not right. I mean, come on. And then and this is the other thing. The Islamists are hurting, literally killing innocent people. They just did it. They just did it at Bondi Beach. And I don't hear this guy, these Islamists in this chat right here mentioning anything about that. They want to, bring up something that happened. But the Christians did this. You don't remember when the Christians took off the robes from the Muslims 100,000 years ago? You don't remember that. You don't remember that. Oh my, they be so dead serious about something that happened like 1,000, like 2,000 years, like they be dead serious. Yo, they be dead serious. Don't talk about Muhammad. You can't talk about Muhammad like that. You can't talk. Who do you talk to? Who do you talk to? You be like, what? Yo, nigga, if you don't get out of here with that shit, nigga, I'm about, nigga, if you don't get your ass out of here with that, nigga, You don't play that in America, nigga. Nigga, please, nigga. Don't do that, nigga. Don't come out here, nigga. We got too many things to be worrying about than you be getting mad about some Muhammad in the Bible, in a book. Don't be coming over here with these religious, arrows, man. That's all no, man. No. No, I'm not coming out here. No. This is warfare. No. It's only hate when you don't understand that this is warfare. And I know that some blacks might hear this and they might think, oh, he's spewing hate. But I know they're not going to think this in about another year. Because the war it's going to heat up really, really hot in another year. I know they're not going to be thinking. They're going to know it's clear war. They're going to know this. They're going to know, and they're going to know when they listen back to this, they're going to know I've been on point. They're going to just be getting on them talking points, and I've been on it. I've been on it. I'm on point. I'm up. I'm on point. Heck out of here. They trying to play us, just take us for everything we got. We ain't with none of that. They, you know what I'm saying? And they talking about they want the war. Let's get it then. Let's get it. They talking about the big war. We ready. Boy, we ready, boy. We ready. No, we really, really are. No, it's like God has been waiting for me to come of age. You know what I'm saying? He was waiting for the right time for me to come for this war right here. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like he was just waiting for the right time. He didn't want this war to happen when I wasn't on the planet or I was a little boy or something like that. He want this when I'm commando ready. Let's go. I'm a boxing champion. I don't play no damn games. Family attached to the military. We not playing no damn games over here. Shout out to the Americans that's in the chat. Smack that like button. Shout out to the Americans. The Gospels aren't religion. Remember that. The Gospels, no matter what, they don't teach hate, and I love that. And again, you Islamists really, because I admit I was shying away from Christianity a lot. I remember I used to be the kind of, before my mother left, God rest her soul. Yeah, before mom left, like last year. But I used to be questioning Christianity a little bit. And the white Jesus and Amun Ra and all of that. But it's like God is revealing it to me more, and it's like, yo, when you have a system in place that is attempting to help people and bring out the best in people and attempt to not allow their stress to get the best of them, and probably be so stressed to where they want to take somebody off of the earth because somebody said something wrong, or when you have an institution that's attempting to show you how to stress manage things like that, I don't think nothing wrong with that. I don't think nothing wrong. I started thinking like, I don't think nothing wrong with that. And it's not like I don't know about it, because I was born in Christianity, and it's like I have not one time in one part of my life in Christianity ever was I taught to hate anybody. Ever, never. I be wanting to spaz out, punch dudes right in my block. Christianity teaches opposed to that. I'm like, what? How could you? I think that's what like drew. Well, what kind of drew me to a little bit. What I liked a little bit about like the Muslims, because I have a, like I got around like the black Muslims, and I know I have high level connections to Farrakhan, and like direct. I was like around them, eating with them, but I wasn't going there to be Muslim, or I just was invited, but I was going because I felt like I needed help in my local community, because I told you, if you know me on my live streams, I'm a community organizer also. So I was going because I felt like my black community needed help. And I know Farrakhan be going around and he be doing certain things for the communities, and I wanted to get a clear understanding. Like, yo, Farrakhan, what's going on, bro? Why this? Why that? So I have my questions that I wanted to ask the minister. And but when I got around them, I was like, whoa. I was like, I personally, I've never been around that many black people that was showing that much love. I've never in my life seen that until I seen it and experienced it. I was like, wow. And then, kind of from there, I didn't like join Muslim or anything like that. But from there, I guess you can say I opened up a lane of like remorse for Muslims, and I didn't really understand the dynamics of it. Then I started learning, like, hold on, these Muslims don't like these Muslims. I'm like, hold on, why don't these Muslims deal with the black Muslims over here? Then I started noticing, like, hold on. I'm like, should I don't know if I was that interested to research it, so I didn't really research it like that. But then the wars started popping off a little bit. These Islamists started doing things, all over the world, more and more. And I started researching I'm like, then Palestine happened. And I'm like, yeah, nah, don't do that to the Muslims. Then I'm like, I mean, and I'm like, hold on. It's like a billion of y'all over there. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I don't get it. Why can't y'all get along? I'm trying to understand. No. And then you want to come over here and get into my comment section and ask me about Palestine. Don't ask me about Palestine. Ask your damn whole Arabs over there, your billion Arabs over there about Palestine. What the hell you asking me about Palestine for? You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me about Palestine. Ask your damn jihadists and your peaceful Muslims over there. Your peaceful Muslims ain't even do nothing for Palestine. Your own peaceful, I ain't trying to hear none of that. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Your peaceful Muslims ain't even do nothing for Palestine. What the hell? What y'all want us to do? I don't do drugs, so don't worry. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke cigarettes, so ain't worry about me. Don't worry about me, bro. I'm a boxing champ. I box. I can make you feel like you on drugs. That's for sure. Straight drug you right up with these joints. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I said, man. When I come up into this comment section, you know what I mean? I got to be having my joints right next to me. Come up in this comment section, I got to be having my joints right next to me. See what I'm saying? I don't play around like that. You know what I mean? I don't really be playing like that. You know what I mean? This is about as most as I be playing on this damn chat. I don't be playing like that. You damn sure wouldn't be talking like that in front of my face like that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You wouldn't be talking to me like that. D. Devlin said, Austin, spread the gospel means let someone about Christianity not preach to them, pray for them, and convert them. Hey, right. It's like God allowed me to, find it myself. It's like he's allowing me to find, it's not like I'm not being forced. Nobody forcing me, and I'm not trying to force anybody. That's the beautiful. I like that. I like that concept. I think that's fire. God says the majority of people will go to his hell, and guess who makes up the biggest part of the world? Muslims. Woo, that was a good one. Woo. Oh, that was the chat. That was the chat of the day. That was the chat of the day. That was fire. Yo, I love my Americans. See, my Americans are super sharp and smart, man. And it's hard to debate Americans, man. Cause they sharp. It's hard to debate Americans, man. It's hard, man. It's hard. You Americans are super smart and intelligent. I love it. And I love it. I love it. I really do. I love it. Look, you put a tear in my eye. You see the tear? See it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a laughing out loud. It was a real one. It was a real one. You know what I'm saying? It was a real one. Since my, if you are correct, let me go live. If you are correct, let me go live with me. I'll go live with you anytime. I don't really. I don't even know how to do it. Pause. Um, I'll go live with you tomorrow. Shit, we could go live tomorrow. We go live tomorrow at 9 p.m. I'm gonna be on at 9 p.m. We can go live, and let me see. Let me see how you can. You know what? You know what? Send me a. You know what? I'm gonna send me an email. Right. You know, write this email down. BAKERZMANE 84 at gmail.com. Send me an email. Know what I'm saying? Send me an email, and that way I can send you the link to the live for tomorrow, so you can get on and speak your piece, because you have a lot of explaining to do with all of the jihads. I mean, because I really want to talk to one of you people to really understand, and I wouldn't badger you, because I wouldn't get after you. I would ask a real, it would be some thorough, serious questions, straight to the point questions on. I'm just trying to. I'm very curious on how you would wiggle out of these questions. I mean, I'm just curious how you would wiggle out of these questions. I'm curious, and I'm curious to see if.
Live, still live with the war zone. Still live with the minister. Had a little technical difficulty, but it's all love. But I wanted to sign on out. I thank you all for stopping through.
That's the majority.
Yo, I thank you all for coming through. That's a fact, man. I really do, man. But let's keep our mind on this. And if any of you want to come on anytime, come up onto the platform, cam up, and speak your piece, man. I definitely want to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? So, let me know if any of you want to come on, and, we'll take it from there. I'm going to be on tomorrow. So I'll be on tomorrow at 9 p.m. in my armored tank. Make sure you come hang out with the Minister Warzone, and we have a real good one coming tomorrow, man. We're not going to play around. We got a big American barbecue coming, a big American barbecue tomorrow, 9 p.m. So come out and come eat with me. And I love you all. except for the ones I don't. Peace.